Hey, how's it going, everybody? We're going to be talking about Cornucopias. They just released their Kopi Cafe episode, so we'll be talking about that. And they also have their staking program that's going to be launched, so we'll be talking about that as well. And without further ado, we're going to jump right in. So starting off with their rewards program, they said that they valued the community greatly and have spent considerable time on how to approach this program. That said, they have decided to run a short program of 3 months to test everything out. This will give them more time to create a more advanced staking program using smart contracts. As always, we welcome any feedback to continue to improve the rewards. So this reward pool is where you can stake both your ADA and your land NFTs. Now by staking your ADA, you will earn ADA in addition to dripping Kopi tokens. By staking your land NFTs, you will be dripping Kopi tokens as well. The Kopi rewards will stack, so you don't need to drip them every epoch. The land rewards will be earned per epoch and are different amounts based on size and rarity. This staking program does favor users who stake earliest, with the most rewards being earned in Epoch 1, so don't waste any time. We do understand that the mint price of your land may vary drastically from the price paid on the secondary market, and because of this, they did try to balance this variable with all the benefits that come from each rarity, as well as the number of each type of asset in circulation. The requirements for staking is that you have to have all the land NFTs in the wallet that you plan on staking with. And then you use that same wallet to delegate your ADA to the Kopi stake pool. After that, you're earning Kopi on your staked ADA and you earn Kopi on your land. It also says important, to ensure that you do not miss any rewards, please plan to claim at least once per month on the same date. So just make sure that you do that, and when staking ADA, you will earn 0.0125 Kopi for every 1 ADA staked per epoch, and you will earn a loyalty bonus the longer you stake. You will also earn the ADA from the delegation protocol in addition to your Kopi drip. So if you are a holder of some land and you do want to stake your ADA with Kopi, then you will have to wait until August 28th because that is when it is launching. So next up, we're going to talk about what they're speaking on in Cornucopias' Kopi Cafe. However, before that, I'm going to go over their land so that this makes a bit more sense. So on August 26th through August 28th, Cornucopias will be having their custom domes mint. So if you don't know what these domes are, these are custom domes, meaning that you can create them however you like. You can set up PvP experiences, you can change your landscape, you can change your structures. It's just kind of whatever you want it to be. And here's a chart that shows some of the other plots and items that Cornucopias has minted out, and it shows some of their utility. So just at a quick glance, you can tell that the home bubbles have the least amount of utility, and then the zone plots, and then the custom domes with the most amount of utility. It's play to earn, build and earn, learn to earn, and then it's not the free player home bubble. Obviously, that would be the home bubble. But then you also will have building tools, which everything will have, commercial activity along with the zone plots, crafting and quests along with the zone plots, gameplay templates, advanced building system, which cool, that comes with the home bubbles, so you'll be able to decorate your home with some sort of advanced building. And then you'll also get these themed building kits for both the home bubbles and the custom domes, which we're definitely going to talk about because that's going to play a huge factor into their rarity. So for the most part, you can do whatever you want with your island, and you still can with these kits. However, they're going to help you do it on a mass scale. So if you want to use a tropical paradise kit, it'll make your land kind of look, well, tropical. So you don't need to go around and like place all these trees, and maybe you don't even have those trees. Maybe you actually need the tropical kit in order for certain tree types to show up or certain water types to show up or fish, something along those lines. But tropical paradises will include a variety of palm trees, plants and flowers, ambient sound, grass, rocks, and boulders, as well as sand. And then the next one is the gameplay kit, which I think is the most incredible one because this is where you'll have PvP gameplay kits, which will allow custom dome owners to build out any configuration of a multiplayer PvP arena, utilizing a variety of gameplay and art assets. And it's really cool at what the bunker battle offers you. It will come with gameplay tools, ammo crates, bunkers, towers, arena lighting, so maybe you can decide like if you want the lighting to shine from the top right or if you want it to shine from the top left, or maybe you can have it shine from the bottom. That sounds pretty cool. Turrets, flagbot, and scoring systems. So saying flagbot, I'm assuming there's a capture the flag mode, maybe there's a deathmatch mode, and then we have the modern kit, which is basically a lot of modern things that you can put into your homes. So walls, ceilings, windows, staircases, railings, doors, water features, floors, and lighting systems. I'm a huge fan of the lighting systems. I'm actually really happy about the lighting systems. And then their concert experience, which sounds really cool too. This is an excellent opportunity for musicians to showcase their talents in a new way, or for dome developers to custom build a venue and sell it to the musicians that do not have the skill set of building their own. So there will be a reactive stage, variety of reactive lighting features, reactive light wall, rave drums, horns, and decorative panels. So with all of the Cornucopias drops, there has always been the same rarity. Whether it's the trees, the bubble jets, the lands, whatever it may be, there's always the common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and mythical variants. With these variants came the order in which you would be able to claim your land in the Cornucopias metaverse. But for these custom domes, these rarities will determine the amount of kits that you get. So if you have a common, you will get 1 kit credit. An uncommon will get 2, rare will get 3, legendary gets 4, mythical gets 5, you get it. But this is going to be very important because if you do want to get more of these kits, you will want to mint the ones with the higher rarities. Okay, so now that you know what these things are, we can go back and we can talk about the pricing and we can talk about the sizing. This is just like their land. There will be small, medium, large, epic, and copious. However, the prices will be different, however similar. It will still be expensive and then get more expensive. So there will be all of these mints starting on August 26th going to the 28th. The 26th will start with copious domes and then go to, on August 27th, the epic and large, and then on the 28th, the medium and small, which I do find it a bit interesting that they're doing it this way, but maybe they thought it would be better to mint out a smaller number at first and then scale up. Okay, so the real pricing is $220 for the small, $400 for the medium, $650 for a large, $1,500 for an epic, and $2,500 for a copious. So right away, yes, the pricing is expensive, but there's a few things to note. The first thing is that please note that these domes are roughly 5 times larger than the land plots. If we look at the pricing of their last land mint, we can see it was 174 ADA for a small, 359 for the medium, 530 for the large, 1,111 for the epic, and 1,709 for the copious. And this was in ADA, not dollars. Going over to JPEG Store and checking out the pricing now in comparison to the mint price, the only plots that are up are the copious and epic, and they are barely up. Epic is up about 70 ADA. Copious is up a lot, but that's because there's just so few of them that anybody who has one is going to be profitable. And now this is going to start to tie into what they were talking about in the Copy Cafe. So we can go back and we can look and we can see on June 3rd through June 7th is when Cornucopias was selling out of all of their lands. Well, then you go over to OpenCNFT.io and you look at the market and you can see on June 7th, it peaked at 3.6 million ADA in volume. This is the highest we have ever seen in volume, and that is a bullish thing for Cardano NFTs. However, we did see the volume just drop off a cliff since then, and it hasn't returned. This is somewhat due to the bear market, but it also could be due to a lot of liquidity being zapped from the market. So over on Cornucopias' YouTube channel, they have their Copy Cafe, which they do weekly, and I will link it in the description below, but they're talking about this guy, CNFT Analyst on Twitter. So it starts off with saying, first I want to mention that this comes from a Cornucopias game holder, and Cornucopias has always been his favorite project and brings a lot of normies into the Cardano ecosystem, but also he wants to be critical and ask some questions about his money going into the project and such. And one of the arguments is that the market conditions are very rough right now, and the daily volume on any given day is between 600 and 900,000 ADA. Another argument that he brings up is this list of all the other NFTs that Cornucopias is planning on minting this year, and they respond by saying they're actually going to be changing their strategies and minting only a few more things this year. So in regards to changing their schedule and listening to the community, this is what they had to say.
We've made adjustments. We're not going to do any more NFT sales this year other than possibly a small Christmas sale, which might include a giveaway as well. And then we have a few collab projects which are totally different, not about revenue, more about working with the community, and we'll announce that later. But yeah, we hear you. We're going to adjust the roadmap.
So with all that information, I am still trying to make up my decision on what I want to do with this mint. I do obviously want the largest one because the Copiases seem to be very profitable regardless of how much they cost. But yeah, if I want to buy a small to an epic, that's a really tough decision because it's different. It's not going to be the way it was before. We're not going to be able to see the smalls mint and then the mediums and then the larges and see it drastically or slowly increase in volume or whatever it may be. We're going to get the opposite effect. However, usually when projects sell out, that is when the volume on the secondary starts to go crazy. And we saw it for Raccoon Syndicate. It took a while for them to sell out. Now they're finally bouncing off that 150, 140 floor all the way up to about 215. And we saw it with Cornucopias. The last day of their land sale was on the 7th, and that was the largest daily volume for CNFTs in history. So what I'm saying is, even though the best lands or the most rare lands will be minted on day 1, it still could have a volume increase leading up to or coming up to the day of the 28th. Also, it's important to note that there's only a total supply of 6,000 of these, and if we do look at the lands, there's 24,000 of these. So this is a lot less assets actually being put onto the market. The other thing to think about is that they did say that this is going to be one of the last mints for this year, so this might be a bullish reason to get into the project now. I don't really know. The information is still pretty new in my head, and I'm waiting for it to fully sink in before I make a full decision. But anyways, guys, that's everything I wanted to cover. I love that their team is always listening. I love that they're always trying to adapt, and that's all we can really ask for. Nobody's going to be perfect. We're all learning in this space together. So don't be angry. If you have some criticism, feel free to share it in the same way that CNFT Analyst did, where he was very respectful. He showed a lot of information and proved his points before just starting any sort of argument. So I do respect that as well. Remember also that patience pays off. If you didn't get into these lands and you FOMO'd in after they sold out, you're probably down some money right now. So if you're thinking that these prices are too high, maybe a lot of other people are too. And maybe 3 to 4 months later, you can get them cheaper. But anyways, guys, get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys, peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.